what you've learned so far, like building your own company?
Yeah, I think I actually think about this quite a bit. I think there's like two things. One, don't compete. If you can avoid competing, don't compete, because especially if you want to compete in something that's standardized, you'll have tons of people who are also very capable. So if you want to go into like fintech payment processing, it's going to be 1,000 people. They're all going to be great at what they do, which means that you might win, but it's a hell of a lot harder than going into something that's more niche. So if you can compete, if you can avoid competing, that's much better. Try to build essentially a small monopoly in a niche. I like 1,000 times prefer that versus like going into a large market with a bunch of players. Everyone is well funded. Everyone is very capable. Always like compete, and then you could argue that it's quite ironic that I worked at like a consulting firm where it's literally that, right? It's just tons of people like competing exactly the same way. But like, I mean, that probably also feeds into it, right? So I think like compete in non-traditional fashions it's much easier and it's much more satisfying and it's much easier to create something that's sustainable and can grow extremely fast.